Alright, it's time for Connie Convict, or as I call it, a reconnaissance mission. I love me to taste of some soda. Yum, 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 yum. Let's get to it. Have you noticed that I haven't played Smash Brothers in the last couple days? Well, I have. I unlocked the last character like 2 or so days ago, and I was like, that's cool. I'm excited to have them all. So now I can really get started exploring, testing out the differences, etc., etc. And then I was like, man, I'm watching a video of Northernline play Isaac, and it makes me want to play Isaac. So I put Isaac in, and boy, was it exciting. I got some of my, my achievements, or as they're called in the thing, I think they're called secrets. Oh, excuse me. They're on the achievement list, though. However, I've already achieved them because this isn't my first save file, nor is it my first rodeo. I'm not recording and uploading my Isaac videos anymore because I got kind of tired of having that be a requirement every day. It was essentially like 2 hours of video I was doing every day, on top of the you know, somewhere between 7 and 13 hours of working every day. Well, except for the 3 days I have off a week. However, to make up for the days that I was working, I had to do like 6 or so hours of playing Gungeon or Isaac during the 3 days I was off, plus whatever else to get ahead on the videos. And just no one was watching the Isaac videos. I'm still getting 1 or 2 views per Gungeon video. This is not a source of income. If it was a source of income, I would have starved to death long ago. This is a source of me putting some weird excuse me. Oh man, Mike. Is that a little better? Not redlining on that. Yeah, but this is a source of like enjoyment and me putting these kind of arbitrary rules on my own channel because I tend to like making arbitrary rules for myself to live by. I did an entire year of both Gungeon and Isaac. I'm still doing Gungeon, but I think 365 daily Isaac videos on top of that. And like I think the entire series probably has 20 views. Like, so it's not like I'm disappointing anybody. And those views are probably me watching it to see if it works. Like, there's only one person who's putting up Isaac videos that people are watching. That's Northern Line. Everybody else has moved on long ago. I think I might get the game called Hades. I would already have gotten it if it weren't for Smash Brothers coming out. And hey, Squatchy and Marshy, how we doing? Squatch, you want to do some Arch-Tempered Valhazak in a little bit? Dang, this shop sucks. I mean, I don't ever want to do Arch-Tempered Valhazak. I'm pretty sure it's today. I don't know if I have the Miasma Jewels to make it work. But there's no time like Presente. My cat is knocking over freaking dishes in the other room. Oh my god. Fernando's a giant turd. Jesus Christ, back up. Stop summoning, dude. You've got to be fucking kidding me. This was a really rough trigger, twins. Holy shit. I, like, couldn't focus down one of them for some reason. God damn it, that sucked. Apparently the tick rate on the miasma or whatever is... Oh shit, I don't know why I shot at him. Is pretty ridiculously hard to deal with. I guess we'll take this. Dude, this sucks. I don't even have any blanks. God damn. You know what? Fuck this. We're going short. Oh, Lord. That's so amazing. And we got Queen Ant. Dude, that's a terrible first floor. That was some, like, all-time shittiest plays for me. Alright, this money gun we got. I'm excited about now. Now I need a little bomber to turn this into the most moneyed run of all time. It'd also be nice if I got some keys for free, so I didn't have to use mine up, or use my money, which is using my freaking DPS. It's like costing me damage to buy keys. Alright, we're at one curse. Where are you, spider? Let's just do it. We're gonna probably get hit. Whoa, what the hell? He was like repositioned oddly for some reason. Jesus Christ. You know what I hate about these little beaties is they take a long freaking time to spawn. There we go. That was much, much better. And we even got a crappy terrible gun for our hard work and perseverance. Red Marsh, what have you been up to recently? You've been back in stream, or are you still focusing on Schoolio? It's not gonna be good enough. Even though it gives me the ability to steal. I think I really want to make the most out of the table type thing. That's very weird. The map didn't disappear. Huh. Accuracy. Iron Slug. Oh no, that ruins that gun. Alright, this is going to hurt our DPS significantly, but we gotta do it. Everybody got so silent. Let's... I might grab some more curse from that room with the curse pots. Because I would like to, not useful yet, but actually will be in a little bit. Okay, we don't need to grab curse from the curse pots. So we got 3.5 curse overall. Good. Not happy about this, but let's just keep going. All right, let's get out of here. Having a fun little secret conversation. Oh, nice. Well, seems like you got some plans, and you know what they say. Doing a little work on your break is a good way for you to enjoy the actual break a little bit more. It builds character. It'll put the real break into high relief when it actually begins. And I know that sounds like bullshit, but I get vacation burnout a lot of the time, which is why I don't think I could ever not have a job. Like, people are like, oh man, if I won $1 million, this is gonna be my last day working. I'd be like, I mean, it'd probably be my last day working, you know, full work week. But I think I would still have a job. I would still have a boss, and a source of probably like my pocket money. Maybe 2 or 3 shifts a week. I don't think I could be on permanent vacation. Even the idea of it sounds like a little bit too idle in the old hands, the old Manos. There's one winter break. It was the best winter break I had. I went back to school early and took a few classes to just get a couple extra credits so I could take I think it was my final senior semester. I could have a little bit more relaxed. And taking classes during that break, just like, because I had come back from Christmas break before and stayed at school, but I didn't take classes, and I was fucking like adrift by the end. Like, I remember just feeling like overwhelmed with like inaction, and it is kind of stupid that like that I need something else to structure my time so that I don't feel too leisurely. But that's why nowadays I give myself these little things. That's why I have these Gungeon videos every day. That's why That's why I have these little projects that I'm always working on, whether or not they turn into like profit or whatever. I like to be doing it so that I'm still contributing to my own sense of well-being and productivity. You know, oftentimes it's pretty hard to start a project like this, and that's something that like class and studies do for you. It's nice if you can lead it into something later on, but it does give you a leg up in deciding what to do. Even vacations where I have a ton of stuff going on, I feel the same way. But it's worse when it's like, go home for 3 weeks. By the end of 3 weeks, I'm like, please let me go back to school. Please. If I had 3 weeks of vacation now, I think I would freaking flip out. I'd get some stuff done, and then I'd be, like, asking to cover somebody's shift. Okay, good to know that early. Did you see that video, the guy doing like 1,000,000 damage on the Gorgon by using the 360 no scope, or 360 yes scope? Damn it. Synergy. Apparently it does not have a damage cap, so if you can spin your character really quickly using mouse and keyboard, you can get a ton of damage, and it bypasses boss damage caps. It was in the Gungeon Reddit. It was pretty ridiculous. It was like how to kill the Gorgon with 2 shots or something like that was the name of the video. And then someone broke down the math of how much damage you can do. You can do over 10,000 damage in the course of a... if you charge it up to a certain amount under the 5-second or however many second range you're given for it. 2 keys, please? God damn. Oh, man. Thank the Lord. This one's my boy. This boy is my jam. Whoa. This little buddy friend just almost fucked me there. See, turning my shotgun into not a shotgun kills some of its damage, I feel. Oh, Lord. Fuck. Jesus. Yeah, there's something to be said for the structure of a lot of the year-round schooling. I know a lot of people hate even the idea of year-round schooling, but like, I think it's probably, in a lot of ways, for the better. And it prepares you more for adult life, in all honesty. There's something that sucks about becoming an adult and suddenly your vacations are not what they... Oh my god. Okay, let's look at our curse. So we got 1 from the curse pot. Let's see. So we're at 1 from the curse pot, 3.5 if we add from, so let's say 5, we're at 7 right now. Shell again, Curse Pot, that's 2. 2.5 from Cursula. 2.5 from Excalibur. So we're going to use up Cursula. We're going to use up the Shell-A-Gun, and then we're going to fucking drop that shit. Maybe Excalibur, too. Yeah, right? Vacation is something... I have 3 days off every week, which I think is fucking unreal. There's not a lot of people that have a schedule that allows for that. And we took those 3 days off for a trip to Portland. And it felt great. It wasn't a real vacation, it was just a couple days, but like, it felt fucking great. But people that take like real vacations, like my mom, and she has earned it through a life of hard work, has been taking these like 3 week vacations every year. She's like 60 something. She's still working. But she takes these 3 week vacations, and anywhere within the country pretty much. Besides, like, she lives in South Carolina. If she comes to Seattle, she flies. But pretty much everywhere else in the country, she drives. She allows, like, a buffer of an entire week to drive everywhere. Portland's amazing. We had a lot of fun. It's, like, a lot closer than we realized, too. So, we're going to make it a priority to try to go there more often. We want to test... going in Jackie's electric car, since it's relatively nearby. She has a 150-mile range. It's about 150 miles away, so we would have to stop once, or like freaking push it and hope. But in all reasonable, I think we'd have to stop once, and hopefully we can find a fast charger somewhere on the way, and we would have to pay $0 in gas. Oh my god, that guy is scary as fuck. That may be one of the coolest looking enemies. the jammed freaking Spider Boy. But he is absolutely terrifying. Am I gun invisible? No. Oh my god, the 7 curse is too much. Dude, don't make so many freaking clones. Please. Oh, it's this one. It's gotta be this one. Fuck a damn shit. You asshole. Oh my lord. This is the worst room I've ever been in. How is he so fast? I'm like determined to not use one of my good weapons for this. Alright. Second wave is just a single thing. You know what? Let's do it. I want to keep like 2.5. It is going to cost us a little bit of money. There we go. So now we have at least 2.5 curse. I actually don't know. Dude, snowboarding sounds so much fun. I know for a fact I would be, like, suicidally bad at it, but it still sounds like so much fun. Alright, we actually have 2 keys. Alright, well... nuts be to our freaking damage buff. We're basically back to starter damage, just buying keys because this run has been ass for drops. I love driving. I love road trips. I think it's like been provably true that I can sleep better in a car than I can sleep in a bed. I slept through the entire trip to Portland. I drove the first half of the trip from Portland. Well, not the entire way. I played a little bit of Isaac on the way. But that was probably about 45 minutes of Isaac, and then I was asleep. That'd be a lot of fun. Apparently, Jackie used to go skiing and snowboarding with her family a lot, so she has some experience with it. I, on the other hand, have been poor my whole life, and only for the first time have a little bit of money that could, you know, potentially do something like that. I think I'd be too nervous. Not, oh my god. I'd be nervous that I would damage my body and be unable to work. You know how much that sucks to be worried that, like, I wouldn't be able to come back and work and I would not be able to pay rent. 33 years old, I, like, gotta start living like a fucking grandpa leper. Yeah, well, I mean, we have an electric car, so I'm not worried about the cost of getting there. It's mostly just equipment rental, etc., etc. We got ourselves a fucking mimic, boys. Saves us a key. Kiyo! Are you ready to do some arch-tempered ball suck? In like 30 minutes. Let's say 40 minutes. Baby cube. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. I feel pretty baby cube about it too. Ah, but. Oops, why did I do that? God damn it. Well, there go... Oh, 2/3 of my points. Okay. We're still doing all right. Dude, these walls make me even more nervous than usual. For some reason. I feel like I'm gonna... you fucking rat bastard. He knows he can only... wrong way, fuck. Wow. He can only wrong way, fuck, wow. There we go. Oh, okay. That sounds good too. Yay, it's a decent weapon. Oh. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be going hard. You don't have to worry about that. If I went snowboarding. It's just one of those things where, like, I have this slight worry. Like, I don't have health insurance. I'm probably going to get it soon. Because I'm at the point in my life where I can afford things. It's time to afford a sense of well-being and security and not intense fear. Like, I was walking at work and my shoe was a little loose and I was like, you know, if I broke my ankle right now, that would cost me thousands of dollars to get it fixed and I wouldn't be able to work during the intermittent period. So let's not do that. Oh, okay. Still scares the ever-loving shit out of my butt to think about it. Moses said he wanted to do it too. He also wants to do his level 100 quest, but I think he might have gone to bed already. Or something. Oh yeah, I do have an accuracy boost. I'm gonna say, I think it feels a little weird that I'm hitting some of these shots from such great heights. Hey, a key guy. Oh god. I'm pretty sure I already lost the other guy. Okay, so let's not worry our pretty little buttholes about that. You know what I would do in a heartbeat, though? Jump out of an airplane. Parachuted. Because either I'm going to die, and there's, like, nothing to worry about because I'm dead. I'd be sad for Jackie. But I'm not going to be crippled and able to watch everything fall apart around me. Isn't it sad that I'd rather be... I'd rather be dead than... in injury debt. And that, like, I'm not trying to be like me IRL or anything. It's just honestly how I feel about it. The thought of being in healthcare debt is like one of the most terrifying things I can imagine. Anybody that doesn't understand why people want universal healthcare is a fucking idiot. I'm sorry to say, like, it's just corporate greed that's not supporting universal healthcare. That's literally the only thing. And they've convinced people that it's in their best interest to pay ridiculous monthly fees and then get shitted over. There's so many instances of people, like, having health insurance that they paid for years and then being denied assistance because they've decided that finding out that they have diabetes was a pre-existing condition that they didn't mention, or accidents aren't covered. They've decided, they've reworked the specifics of the policy after someone's been paying for decades so that they specifically can't be covered by whatever just happened to them. It's a scam and a sham, and it only benefits the people on top in its current form. Yeah, I'm used to getting a little, like, run-of-the-mill injuries. I get those all the time at work. Group is the only people that should have healthcare are the wealthy. They deserve it by being born into wealth. The market decides. Let the market decide. Even if it means poor people picking death over dead. Ooh, ammo is probably good. We're not going to get anything else. We're probably not going to actually get any of those because of our money to money equals power. Alright, this is the boss up here. The doors slip and slide open. There's no chance of a lead god, unfortunately. I don't want to wait in line, so poor people should die. Anyway, I'm like just mad thinking about health insurance right now. It sucks. It's something that's like infuriated me for a long time. Damn it. Why do I always think this thing is gonna start a fire? Never does. We didn't start the fire. Well, all right. Well, that'll be good for hell. Let's just do this. See what we get. Gold casing. That's incredible because it's pure damage. And if not, I can use it to buy a key, maybe? Yeah. We still gain 10 cents from that. Extra blank on the next floor. Not going to help us here on this boss. But, butter. Butter. If he throws out knives, we are fucked. The Affordable Care Act is not the only thing. And the way that the Affordable Care Act works is the more people buy into it, the better it is for everyone. However, they've been told that it hurts them before they look into it themselves. So what they do is believe that. I'm not speaking for the Affordable Care Act itself. I'm speaking for real universal healthcare, socialist healthcare, the kind that like. Okay, well, I couldn't do anything about that. The kind that means if I pay my taxes, when I get sick, I go to the hospital and I don't worry about it afterwards. The Affordable Health Care Act is a bipartisan attempt to make something that is palatable for a lot of people who haven't actually, who still have this propagandistic view that like somehow, and for some reason, universal health care is harmful to the individual. Oh man, I had tables this whole time. I should have used them. It's ridiculous that people believe this. It really is. Because people are very, very comfortable with Medicare and Medicaid, and they have been for decades, because they're used to it. That is socialist healthcare. The Affordable Health Care Act is something that if everyone opted into it, and if the Republican Party hadn't put so many clauses that allowed people to opt out in such a way that they, it basically doomed it to failure from the start, it would have been cheaper for everyone. It would have made prices drop for everyone involved. It is a healthcare system that relies on a lot of people using it to be cheaper because people are worried about the initial cost of it. Like, oh no, I'm going to pay more in taxes, so poor people should die. Like, I would rather pay more taxes than know that there are people out there literally dying because it's better than worrying about putting their entire family into debt for the rest of their lives. If you think that that's better, then I'm gonna say I disagree with you, and I'm gonna disagree forever. It works in Canada. It works in England. The day that you'd like to see is today, just not in the United States. Like that's the thing. People think it can't happen because they're convinced that like everybody in Canada is dying waiting to see a doctor, and that's not the case. Just talk to a fucking Canadian. Like, they have a little bit more of a wait than we do, but they also don't have a $700 bill for being put in an ambulance against their will. Do you know how many people I know would rather crawl to the hospital or just straight up crawl home than get forced to be in an ambulance after an accident? It's a fucking lot. Like, we went to the ER when Jackie had her hernia. It cost us $600, and then 2 days later we got another bill for, or 2 weeks later we got another bill for $500 for some tests that we didn't ask for, that were inconclusive and had nothing to do with like what we actually needed. They did an X-ray because her stomach hurt. We couldn't say no. Like, and she has insurance, and we paid fucking $700 for that. It's just fucked up. It's benefiting the CEO of the hospital, who runs it like a fucking business. The main problem I have with the current system is not just the cost of surviving a surgery. It's the fact that it promotes bad healthcare. How do doctors make money in the United States? What's the best way for a doctor to make money in the U.S.? To have repeat visitors. To have someone that left and then came back. You know how doctors make money in the UK and Canada? By having fewer visitors. By having people not need to return for the same issue. They're incentivized to do a good job, and they make more money because every visit it actually saves the government money. So their goal is then to do the best job in the quickest way possible. It seems fucking obvious, right? Like, people should be in and out and good to go. They should have, I mean, I know that checkups are important. I know that you don't want to send somebody away so you make more money and they're not fixed, but that's exactly covered. Like, if they come back with the same problem, it goes against the whoa, why are these exploding? Do they explode now? Huh. I don't know. I just think that, like, we're in a situation here where people are, it's better for the doctors, it's better for the hospitals for people to keep coming back. Because of course it is. That's what the market dictates is best. It's kind of like if you call a plumber and you pay him per visit, why would he fix all your pipes on the first visit? Why wouldn't he leave a little bit for next time so he can come back and fix the new problem? He's incentivized to do a slapdash job in order to have repeat business. And I'm not saying plumbers like to do that because, you know, there's like Yelp culture and stuff now. But it doesn't really work with doctors. Like, I don't know. Oh, I hate thinking about it. It's funny, the only people who don't think about it are people who have not had it affect their life. My mom works in healthcare. She sees people going broke all the time. She hates it. She hates knowing that, like, you know, she's been a nurse for however many years. She says more recently than ever before in her career, she's seen people that are avoiding treatment because they can't afford it. She's seeing people that are staying sick because they can't afford to get treatment. Yeah, and I mean, he fucking, you know, he put $2,000 down on a fucking, or the CEO of the hospital or whatever, put $2,000 down on a fucking new Bentley because of that MRI you didn't need. It was awesome for them. And existing in a system that like encourages that shit is exactly the problem. I mean, I don't know. I'm beating a dead horse, but it's a horse that didn't need to be dead. It just couldn't afford the hospital bills. Like, it just sucks. Oh shit. Wow. Oh fuck, okay. God damn. That one roll. You have a system in place that incentivizes getting it done better the first time. You can't do it. I'm not worried about the capitalist merchant situation. It's a comparison. It's an analogy. Usually, the way that works is a system like Yelp or word of mouth or something exists, and those people are called out as frauds. It's kind of like there's a big thing apparently in a couple cities in the nation where towing companies are illegally towing people and then charging exorbitant amounts. And so you have a culture that says, hey, this is unacceptable, whether it's through Yelp or through nightly news or whatever, and they're called out on it. The way that you do it for health insurance is you have a system that it promotes well-being. It's a system that like keeps people out of the hospital, gets people treatment faster, finds ways to do it without using the most expensive tech and the most repeat visits. You have a health and recovery-based system, not a spend time in the hospital-based system. It's very different. Like, the market doesn't determine like that because everyone... If a doctor told me your wife needs to stay in the hospital for an extra month because she's not going to recover otherwise, it would be horrible of me to say, take her out right now, and I would have to take his word for it. Because they're paid, I mean, the system for that is universal healthcare, where the government says, you spent this much on your surgeries and your procedures that were deemed unnecessary throughout this year. So you're not getting as much of a bonus, you're not getting as much of a thing for overusing bad or unsound practices. I don't know exactly how it is, but I do know that doctors that, since universal healthcare started in the UK, doctors that have fewer repeat visits from the same people for the same malady are rewarded for it, since it's saving all the money of using the machinery or all of the money of all of the work that would have gone into saving that person. I don't know exactly, and I'm not a legal analyst or a financial analyst. I'm not a medical doctor. I know that the current system says the more times a person goes to the hospital, the more money the hospital makes. Whatever it takes to disrupt that system while still providing adequate care is what needs to happen.